Alright. Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name's Polo. I'm an alcoholic addict in recovery. In 5 days, will have 2 years and 2 months of continuous sobriety. Alright. So for those of you who might be watching this video for the first time, this video is focused around medication, specifically ZOLOFT and WELLBUTIN, and also just general addiction and alcoholism recovery stuff, all blended into one. So right now it's May 22nd, 2024, and I think this is like a month or two since my last video. As you can tell, my YouTube channel isn't regimented and whatever. It's pretty spontaneous. So the last time I was on with you guys, I was talking about, I kind of vaguely remember I watched the last video not long ago. But yeah, so last video I was telling you that I still felt like shit, in that I was going for a sleep apnea test, an overnight stay at the hospital to test for sleep apnea. So I waited for 10 months, and then they brought me, I went in, did the sleep test, and then they're like, okay, we'll get back to you based on urgency. So I went back home, and they called me within 3 days, and they're like, hey man, come on in for your results. I'm like, all right. I go in, and the doctor, first thing he says is, hey Devin, you have severe sleep apnea. And I'm like, oh wow. And he's like, and I'm like, oh wow. But he's like, yeah, he's like, it's to the extent that you stop breathing 45 times an hour on average every minute and a half. And I was just mind blown. It answered so many questions, so much mystery. It explained a lot. Because over the years, I used drugs and alcohol. I started Prozac in 2019. That's when I started taking antidepressant or SSRI medication, antidepressant, anti-anxiety. So I'm not going to go down the whole story. You can watch the other video. That's kind of rude. But just to stick to basics here, I got my sleep apnea machine 2-3 weeks ago now, and I'm still feeling like crap. It's a different level of shitty. So, but I'm also feeling better in a lot of ways. But when it comes to the sleep apnea machine, apparently you have to go through a transitional period of acclimatizing to the machine. So in other words, when you have sleep apnea, you're used to sleeping this much, so you wake up tired every day. But when you start the CPAP machine, you kind of technically sleep this much. So you technically breathe for the whole night, but your body's not used to it. So your body gets confused. And in long story short, you feel even more tired. You feel like you overslept or you're sleep drunk. So anyways, I've been feeling extra forgetful lately. I've been feeling disorientated. I've been feeling exhaustion, lightheadedness, you name it, man. But at least I'm progressing in that direction. I have friends, my dad's friends, other people who are like, yeah, it could take anywhere from 3 weeks to 6 months to acclimatize to it. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? I can't afford that. I gotta go work, man. I can't go to work like this, So I'm not working right now. Because the clinician was like, yeah, you'll be good in a month, but based on what I've heard from other people, that might not be happening. So, yeah, so anyways, the moment I heard, so to talk about the medication now, which is why you're more than likely watching this. So again, I'm on 200 milligrams of ZOLOFT, and I was, as of a week ago, on 300 milligrams of WELLBUTIN, but now I've gone down 150. Don't do WELLBUTIN. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyways, yeah, don't do it. It's fucking garbage, okay? So the moment I found out I had sleep apnea, I realized, okay, it's not my depression, it's not my anxiety. It's literally sleep apnea. It's affecting everything. Everything. Depression, anxiety, diet, focus, memory, everything. Like blood pressure, everything. Look it up. If you don't know what I'm talking or whatever. So I'm down to 150 WELLBUTIN, and it feels good to know that I'm getting off of it. So to let you know how WELLBUTIN was, it made me feel very antsy, very tweaky. It reminded me of being on, it reminded me of like a faint blow high, cocaine high, like faint. It reminded me of it where you're like, just like jonesing, you know, like a little bit. It's like you're constantly jonesing. Jonesing means you want a fix. So I was constantly feeling like in limbo and stuff, you know. So now that I'm on 150, it's gone down a bunch. I still feel weird. I still feel agitation. So starting next week, I'm going to be dropping the 150. And my doctor is not really aware of what speed I'm doing it at, but he knows I'm getting off of it. And I had a family doctor for my whole life since I was a baby, and then he retired 2 years ago. And now I have this like young kid who thinks he's like a veteran doctor, and it's really annoying. And he talks to me like a child, and it's like I don't like him anyways. But I'm grateful for having a family doctor anyways. Well, it's not that I don't like him, it's that I just don't like him, you know what I mean? Anyways, I keep on saying anyways. So I'm gonna get off the WELLBUTIN, and I'll just be on the ZOLOFT 200. And my goal as a recovering addict alcoholic is, I dream of being 100% abstinent from all man-made chemicals. Don't judge the cigarette. That's a work in progress, okay? One thing at a time. So that's where I'm at. The ZOLOFT to me is just kind of neutral at the moment. I think I'm okay. Like, my depression's like, you know, I was feeling kind of rough before I did the sleep test at the hospital. And before I started WELLBUTIN, I was feeling the effects of, like, you know, I thought it was all depression, but it's my sleep apnea. So, anyways, I'm really excited to update you guys when I'm feeling better. But moral of the story is just don't do WELLBUTIN. Really don't do it. And I'm not the only guy that says don't do it. Like, I'm not joking to you. I have my sponsor, my cousin, who's the other guy? And then there's also one more. I have 4 people who I told them about my Wellbutrin, and they're like, dude, they're like, I took that and I had terrible dreams and nah. And some people take it to quit smoking, and trust me, it didn't do shit for smoking. I smoked just as much, if not more. So yeah, so I'll make another video when I'm off of the Wellbutrin, and wait for that to chill for 2 weeks, and I'll jump back in and give you guys an update. So if you've seen this video, I really appreciate you making it this far or trusting what I say. If you have any questions in regards to recovery from drugs and alcohol, or anything along the lines of mental health, by no means I'm not a guru or licensed anything. I'm qualified to do temporary sponsorship, but I'm on step 7 right now of the AA 12 steps, and I'm working out of a workbook with my sponsor, and it's really in depth. So 3 times the charm. So when I'm done this 3rd round of the 12 steps, God willing, one day at a time, I will be eligible for sponsors, to offer sponsorship. So yeah. Anyways, again, my name is Polo. I'm an alcoholic addict in recovery. Peace and love. All the best. Namaste.